Are you serious? Are you serious? Let's look into the future. Let's go to the year 2030. What? Stephen of Oklahoma and some others have sent some information to us, and I want to touch on this concept. First of all, I have a report in my hand of a government testimony that took place in 1974. Microchips, mind control, implants, and cybernetics. An actual 1974 congressional testimony by Dr. Jose Delgado. Quote, "We need a program of psychosurgery for political control of our society. This purpose is physical control of the mind. Everyone who deviates from the given norm can be surgically manipulated. The individual may think that the most important reality is his own existence, but this is only his personal point of view. This lacks historical perspective. Man does not have the right to develop his own mind. This kind of liberal orientation has a great appeal. We must electrically control the brain. Someday, armies and generals will be controlled by electric stimulation of the brain." Dr. Jose M.R. Delgado, Director of Neuropsychiatry from Yale University at the Medical School of Congressional Record, number 26, volume 118, testimony to Congress on the 24th of February, 1974. Well, let's go to present day. Superhumans, super cities, and supercomputers. U.S. intelligence are telling us they have a vision for our world, especially America and the world in the year 2030. Now, before I read it, let's go to some ancient writings of what would come to pass in the end time. From the Bible, from the Apostle Paul, as he wrote to the church in Rome. In the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 22, "Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools, and change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image like unto corruptible man, and to birds, four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness, through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator." Now, this is exact. Paul said this is going to happen. They're going to be worshiping themselves, the creature, more than the Creator. This Dr. Jose Delgado, from the Director of Neuropsychiatry from Yale University back in 1974, said we've got to control the mind. We need a program of psychosurgery for political control of our society. Well, let me tell you what our current U.S. intelligence are predicting and their vision for the year 2030. That's only 18 years from now, folks, 2030, if we're still here. Things are about to get a little weird. This is according to the National Intelligence Council. At least the U.S.-based coalition of spy agencies that has just released its predictions for what is in store for the Earth for the year 2030. The NIC released on Monday Global Trends 2030, Alternative Worlds, a 140-page report that brings together the best brains within the intelligence sector to find out what we might expect a few decades down the road. Given the current rate of growth in technology and medicine, the marvels considered in the NIC report shouldn't come as all too surprising. Only 18 years down the road. However, the ideals being pitched by the people behind the report might not be as much science fiction as soon to be reality. It also might very well be a predictive policy making scenario. Quote, "We are at a critical juncture in human history, which could lead us to a widely contrasting futures," according to Council Chairman Christopher Korn writes in this report. "Within the next few years, we are ripe for experiment. The future is malleable." Korn suggests making no time like the present to start perfecting space-age advances once thought to be out of this world. On the contrary, though, the NIC seems to think that the cyborg civilians, not me, no microchips in me, and the instant super cities are things of a not so distant future. They want superhumans, microchip controlled, super cities with supercomputers. Are you serious? They want to worship the creature more than the creator. They want to change the human psyche and the human DNA and the human makeup. Our effect is to encourage decision makers, whether in government or outside, to think and to plan for the long term so that negative futures do not occur and positive ones have a better chance of unfolding. The council writes, that influence might be a bit impressive for some, though, as it includes suggestions from the world of tomorrow that will be necessary to advance then human race in order to make use of a dwindling resources as populations expand around the globe. So what do you do when you have an expanding population growth and you want to limit it or control it? Maybe that's where you bring in depopulation. Listen to this, though. With shale gas, the U.S. will have sufficient natural gas to meet domestic needs and generate potential global exports for decades to come. The report suggested one possible outcome as inequalities explode across the world through the experts predict that China and the United States will become strong allies to tackle global issues. Have they been reading my book, Mark of the Beast, RFID? Have they been reading my book? Because in the book, yes, General Tsao, yes, China, yes, President Obama, yes, Vladimir Putin, yes, Mohammed Morsi, and several other world leaders. In this book, Mark of the Beast, RFID, you can find out about it only at my website. Please check it out at my website. I have China taking over the United States, not by war, but by peace agreements and a U.S. government that evolves in such a liberal, communistic, socialistic society that our Congress, our senators, our House of Representatives, and our presidents will hand over our nation and consolidate into a new world order, a one world government where microchips RFID play a major role in bringing about the beast. Yes, China and America would consolidate, and they would form such a super PAC that the world would change as we know it. Now, these events are coming upon the planet. Super humans, super cities, and super computers with microchip implants. The Obamacare bill that is in play and is in manifestation is just the beginning stages, folks, for a worldwide microchip implant system. And it starts the process, the technology. We're coming closer to the mark of the beast. I'm Pastor Begley. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Be born again. In Jesus'